Hello everybody, in this lesson I will teach you how to do the 4 basic calculations with numbers that's written in scientific notation. Now I will show you how to do multiplication of numbers in scientific notation. The question says calculate the value of the following and write your answer in scientific notation. Now, how do we see that this is multiplication? We look at this sign over there. That's a multiplication. And then what we will do is there's a very specific process that we will follow. We will first multiply the two numbers, the 4,5 times 2, and then we will go to the exponents and we will then tackle 10 to the 4 times 10 to the 7. Now, remember there was an exponential law, law 1, where we dealt with multiplication of exponents. When the bases are the same, we add exponents. Therefore, in terms of 10 to the 4 times 10 to the 7, the base is 10, so bases are the same and we add exponents. It becomes 10 to the power 4 plus 7, and then it's 10 to the power of 11. So that thing will be 10 to the power of 11. Back to our sum. 4,5 times 2 is 9, and then there's your 10 to the power of 11. And then there's your answer. Let's do another example. Calculate the value of the following and write your answer in scientific notation. So again, first we will do minus 3 times 4, since the sum has a times in. And then in terms of 10 to the negative 4 times 10 to the 5. Again, there's the law, when bases are the same and we multiply, we add exponents. Therefore, 10 to the negative 4 times 10 to the 5 will be 10 to the minus 4 plus 5, which is 10 to the 1. And then in terms of the numbers, we will say negative 3 times 4 is negative 12 times 10 to the 1. But now you must be careful. Negative 12 times 10 is negative 120. And that is not in scientific notation. So we will move our comma. The comma is invisible and we will move it 2 places. Therefore, the final answer in scientific notation is minus 1,2 times 10 squared. The question, calculate the value of the following and write your answer in scientific notation. Again, there's a multiplication, so we will multiply. We will start by saying 0,7 times 14,5, and then in terms of the times 10 to the power of negative 3 times 10 to the power negative 2. We'll do them separately. We will use the laws of exponents, where it says if your bases are the same, you add exponents. Minus 3 minus 2 is 10 to the minus 5. Back to my sum. Now I can say 0,7 times 14,5 is 10,15, and then this we worked out on the right hand side is 10 to the power negative 5. Then this is indeed the answer, but the question wanted us to write the answer in scientific notation. So scientific notation means the comma must be there. So I will move my comma one place, and then that becomes 1,015 times 10 to the power of 1 times 10 to the power negative 5. And then here it becomes, bases are the same, we add exponents since we are multiplying, and it becomes 1,015 times 10 to the power negative 4. Where does the negative 4 come from? 1 minus 5 is negative 4. Let's look at the division of numbers in scientific notation. The question: calculate the value of the following and write your answer in scientific notation. Now we will work with the numbers individually and then with the exponents. You will say 9 divided by 3 is 3. And then in terms of the 10 to the 8 divided by 10 to the 6, there's a law in exponents that says when you divide, you subtract exponents. Therefore, 10 to the 8 divided by 10 to the 6 will be 10 to the 8 minus 6, which is 10 squared. And then your final answer will be 3 times 10 squared. Question: calculate the value of the following and write your answer in scientific notation. Again, we will deal with the numbers in front. 100 divided by 4 is 25. And then in terms of the 10 to the 5 divided by 10 to the 12, there's the law of exponents. When bases are the same, we subtract exponents. Therefore, 10 to the 5 divided by 10 to the 12 will be 10 to the 5 minus 12, which is 10 to the negative 7. But this is not the final answer, since they want the answer in scientific notation. The problem is this 25. After the 5, there's an invisible comma that we have to move one place. So it becomes 2, 5 times 10 to the 1, and there's your 10 to the negative 7. And then we will say 10 to the 1 times 10 to the negative 7. Bases are the same, we add exponents. So it's 2, 5 times 10 to the 1 minus 7 is negative 6. Addition of numbers in scientific notation. So the question says calculate the value of the following and write your answer in scientific notation. Now when we do addition of numbers in scientific notation, we can only add them when the 10 to the 4 and the 10 to the 4, this number is exactly the same. It reminds me of this in algebra. When I give you 3a plus 2a, since they are like terms, we can say the answer is 5a. So back to scientific notation, when we want to add the numbers, they must be as if they are like terms, and that means the 10 to the 4 and the 10 to the 4 must be exactly the same. And then in terms of the numbers in front, 4, 5 and plus 2, 1, we simply add them. 4, 5 plus 2, 1 is 6, 6 times 10 to the 4. And there's your answer. Let's do another one. 2, 3 times 10 to the negative 3. So the 10 to the negative 3 plus 5, 2 times 10 to the negative 3. So they are exactly the same. Then we can simply say 2, 3 plus 5, 2 is 7, 5 times 10 to the negative 3. Now the subtraction of numbers in scientific notation, it works exactly the same way as you would work with the addition of numbers in scientific notation. So the question says calculate the value of the following and write your answer in scientific notation. So now there's the minus 8, 5 times 10 to the 6 minus 3, 1 times 10 to the 6. So it's very important to realize that they are the same type, 10 to the 6. And then in terms of the numbers in front, we will say 8, 5 minus 3, 1 is 5, 4 times 10 to the 6. Next example. 9, 3 times 10 to the negative 2 minus 4, 2 times 10 to the negative 2. Can you see they are exactly the same. So in terms of the numbers in front, we say 9,3 minus 4,2 is 5,1 times 10 to the negative 2. Thank you for watching my lesson. Have you subscribed yet? And remember to tell all your friends about my channel.